Some people prefer to live on a flat terrain and warm sandy beaches, while others would rather make their home a chilly mountainous region. A city that is situated near the mountains provides a great way to get away from the stress and busyness. Because they offer accessible hiking paths, walking trails, gardens, and open spaces that afford peace and quiet, in addition to superlative skylines and fascinating cultural insights. All the cities mentioned in this video are small to big metro cities. These mountainside cities offer excellent outdoor recreation, job opportunities, family-friendly activities, dining, and more. But bear in mind, some of these activities are very busy and not as quaint, but all of them are surrounded by stunning mountainous landscapes and provide a plethora of outdoor activities like hiking, fishing, mountain biking, and even skiing. Furthermore, the cost of living in these cities might vary. Some of them are affordable while others are expensive. So here are the 15 best cities to live near the mountains. Number 15. Como City, Italy. This city is located in the northern part of Italy, bordering Switzerland. Its proximity to Lake Como and the Alps has made it a great retirement destination. Its landscape varies, with pastures, woods, rugged rocks, and picturesque villages overlooking the water and enchanting historic villas with parks and gardens. In short, it's an excellent combination of quaint city aesthetics with a stunning promenade of mountains wrapping around the lake. One of the biggest draws of Como is its proximity to major cities like Milan, with its world-renowned fashion houses and enormous international airport. In addition, Switzerland sits only a few kilometers away. On top of all this, there are many secluded areas nearby with abundance of real estate on offer. On the downside, the cost of living in this part of Italy is high. A couple would need at least $3,500 a month to reside here. Number 14. Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town is an awesome city, nestled between the ocean and the mountains, so you're surrounded by natural beauty in all directions. A short distance from Cape Town are quaint little towns that have excellent restaurants and numerous hiking trails and mountain biking trails as well. One can never get bored living in Cape Town. Although South Africa has recently built up a reputation of being unsafe, the city of Cape Town itself is fairly safer than other parts of the country. But then again, petty crimes do exist in the city and are consistently high rates of unemployment. However, for those looking for an affordable place near beautiful beaches surrounded by amazing mountains, living or retiring in Cape Town could be ideal. Number 13. San Sebastián, Spain. San Sebastián is a Spanish city and municipality located on the coast of the Bay of Biscay, 20 kilometers from the border with France. It's surrounded by 3 colossal mountains that have protected all the beautifulness of the city for centuries. One can breathe fresh air and be close to nature just by taking a stroll along the beach or up the winding paths to the surrounding hills. However, it's an expensive city, but it's also one of the cities with the highest average salary in all of Spain, which means those who live in the city enjoy a great purchasing power. Renting a furnished one-bedroom apartment has an average cost of $1,000 a month. Number 12. Ljubljana, Slovenia. Ljubljana is often referred as one of the most idyllic cities to live in Europe. Being situated right in the center of the country, it makes a fantastic base for exploring the Alps, the lakes, and a host of other attractions less than 40 minutes drive away. Its nearby Alps serve as a preferred destination for hikers and mountaineers, cyclists, skiers, and other adrenaline junkies. In addition to the unique nature and diverse outdoor activities, the cost of living in the city is reasonable compared to nearby cities in Austria and Italy, but it's more expensive than most cities in Eastern Europe. All things considered, it's a vibrant small city with many cool bars, cafes, and cultural events. Number 11. Medellín, Colombia. Medellín is Colombia's second largest city and is nestled in the Aburrá Valley of the Andes Mountains. It's becoming one of the most exciting cities in South America, partly because it's reinvented itself as a modern, hip city that attracts people from far and wide, either just to visit or to spend time working remotely. The beauty of the city almost feels surreal, and the breathtaking views are impossible to miss because the center of the town is located in a valley surrounded by lush mountains in all directions. On the downside, there are still some parts of the city that are deemed unsafe for foreigners, but surely, if you have a sense of your surroundings, you'll be safer like in any other city. Number 10. Pau, France. A mountain city in the Pyrenees, Pau evokes a French Riviera feel, but a quick glance in any direction gives way to sweeping panoramas of snow-capped peaks and winding slopes, which serve as an immediate reminder that it's all about elevation in this southern French city. It's also known as the Green City, due to the highest ratios of greenery per square meter of any European city. The city caters exceptionally well for young students, especially those who love sports. There's also a full range of winter sports right on doorstep. Despite its enviable location and lifestyle, the cost of living in the city has remained reasonable. But then again, as with each region, everything depends on your own personal style. Number 9. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The city of Rio de Janeiro is a big metro city with almost 7 million residents. The terrain of this city is mainly made up of water, mountains, and forests. This diversity adds to its outstanding beauty, but it's also famous for its carnival and vibrant 24/7 party scene. Thus, it's easily one of the best cities to live in Brazil for party-loving expats. Hiking in Rio can be one of the best experiences one can have, as it boasts several lush green mountains in the vicinity. However, the cost of living can be seen more as a negative side. It's definitely not a cheap city. Moreover, you need to avoid certain neighborhoods in Rio if you value your safety. Number 8. Quito, Ecuador. Quito is located in the heart of the Andes, at about 2,800 meters above sea level, nestled between mountain peaks, which make it both the second highest capital city in the world and the closest capital city to the equator. The city has sprawled well beyond its geographical boundaries, with 70% of its population considered to be urban. Plus, it's recognized as one of the best preserved historic centers in Latin America, with a wealth of beautiful buildings and residences making up its storied cityscape. The cost of living here is refreshingly affordable for those from more expensive destinations. From accommodation and public transport to entertainment and eating out, expats can expect to spend a lot less in Quito than in major cities mentioned in this video. Number 7. Santiago, Chile. This city lies in the center of a large bowl-shaped valley consisting of broad and fertile lands surrounded by mountains. The surrounding mountains are not only enchanting with their natural beauty, they also offer a variety of possible activities from skiing, mountaineering, and trekking to mountain biking and observing flora and fauna. The city itself is dotted with modern high-rise buildings with the charm of the old town and many multifaceted districts. Moreover, Santiago is a place where international professionals could genuinely launch their careers. The city has ample job opportunities for English speakers. All in all, living in the city gives easier and more affordable access to Latin America. Number 6. Vancouver, Canada. One of Canada's biggest cities, Vancouver has it all. Mountains, the ocean, high-rise buildings, and a booming industry. By all accounts, Vancouver is a beautiful city nestled in between the Pacific Ocean and the Rocky Mountains. You can see one or the other, or sometimes even both, from just about anywhere in the city. There's also lots of greenery around the city, with lots of forests and trails for exploring. But there are certain drawbacks of living in Vancouver. The biggest one is obviously the cost of living and accommodation. Land is limited in Vancouver, and the population is climbing, which means housing is scarce. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is currently $2,000. Number 5. Salzburg, Austria. Salzburg is very popular among outdoor enthusiasts, especially hikers, because it offers countless mountains to explore. It's located in a very pretty part of Austria, where the Alps meet the flatter hill region to their north, with lots of lakes. Plus, there are numerous ski resorts in the area that can be reached in under an hour from the city center. This is a place to come to if you're looking for culture and cheaper rents, but still a quite reasonably sized city. With 3 big universities, Salzburg population is dominated by students, hence prices tend to be lower. Overall, it's a perfect place for international students and young professionals who want to be surrounded by historical arts and culture while still living in a modern and young European city. Number 4. Kyoto, Japan. Considered one of the most beautiful cities in Japan, Kyoto brings historical Japan to life in the modern age. In Kyoto, you can enjoy an historical Japan, but also you can experience modern transportation and amenities. The urban area of Kyoto is surrounded on three sides by low and undulating mountains with a stunning amount of temples, shrines, and historical architecture. These mountain ranges serve as the background of the landscape of urban area. That being said, the city is also fully modernized, with many state-of-the-art facilities, efficient public transit, and easy access to all other parts of the country. Moreover, Kyoto hosts an impressive number of 30,000 plus international students, making it a perfect home for those searching for cultural integration. Number 3. Bergen, Norway. Bergen is the second largest city in Norway and lies clambering up between 7 mountains. It's characterized by an intriguing blend of small, older, colorful wooden houses and more modern steel and glass structures. However, surrounded by mountains and fjords, Bergen has something for nature lovers and fans of the great outdoors too. The city offers stunning panoramic views and scenic hiking trails. The cost of living in Bergen is about $2,500 a month, but it's a desirable place to live because there are some great amenities, including opportunities for jobs, for going out on a town, and having evening fun and activities, and for its low crime rate and overall great safety rating. Number 2. Málaga, Spain. Málaga is geographically located in southern Spain, which is in southwestern Europe. The city lies on the Mediterranean coastline with a very rocky terrain. That's because the majority of the Málaga mountains fall within this borough. Most of its nearby mountains are confirmed as national parks, and the area contains many hiking and biking trails. Most of the people who move here opt for smaller beach or mountain towns in the vicinity rather than heading for the 6th largest city in Spain. But if you're looking for the culture, variety, and opportunity that only a city can offer, then Málaga, the economic center of the Costa del Sol, is an obvious choice. Furthermore, it's also one of Spain's cheapest locations to live. For example, the average rental price in London is 200% more than in Málaga. Number 1. Bern, Switzerland. Bern is the capital city of Switzerland. It's built around a river with picturesque views of the Swiss Alps. Even though the landscape, the city itself is relatively flat, but then again, this is Switzerland, so there are still peaks of almost 1,000 meter high near its vicinity. The city of Bern is the main point of interest for hikers in this region, because it's a good launching point for many of the mountains of Bern and neighboring cantons. But bear in mind, the capital of Switzerland is an expensive city to live in. A single person's monthly costs are $1,800 without the cost of rent, whereas renting a 3-bedroom apartment may cost around $3,000.